All right, moving on to episode 3. So I noticed this time that each episode has a timestamp on them as the name of the episode, and each episode consists of 3 hours in a 24-hour period. So the 8 episodes make up 24 hours, much like the show 24, except for each episode is supposed to be 3 hours in a day as opposed to 1. I did not notice this before, so the whole season is going to be taking place on this day. All right. We found out that the girl's mother freaking burned herself alive, so that makes more sense of why that chick was out there pouring water on her head like she was going to burn herself, and why everyone would think she would do it. That's horrid. And she posted some picture online of Kit's dead body and said, you know, you get what you fucking deserve, like you reap what you sow. And the whole internet went nuts on her and wouldn't let up on it. And so she killed herself over it. That seems extremely dramatic for a poor taste joke online. Like, I've seen people do some horrendous shit online, and they're fine. Okay, yeah, some people came after him for about a week, but they forgot all about it. So, I don't know. She's like, no matter where we go, we're going to be fucking this and that. It's like, really? Would she really not be able to run anywhere in any country? And it, like, they make it seem like it's such a big deal. It's something she said about a neighbor of hers that she didn't like. Yes, people that they know are probably going to give her shit for a little while, but they'd get over it. You know, she might get some fingers pointed at her in town, but what are they going to do? They're going to go over there and fucking, like, you know, burn their house down, kill them because of something she said. I highly fucking doubt it. So, ridiculous. And from what we know of Kit, I think there'd be a bunch of people that were on her side. They were like, yeah, this guy was a piece of shit. He's fucking getting blown in the hallways. He's trying to screw everybody here. He's having unprotected sex with multiple people all over the place. Gay, straight, drug addict. This guy has about 100% chance of having HIV. I mean, the amount of drugs he does, the amount of fucking sex that he has with multiple partners, both male and female. This guy has, yeah, no. So, I don't, you know, no, I'm not going to speak anymore on that. I was going to say, what does he deserve to die? That's not my place to say, but I do think that there would be people, especially in her apartment complex, that would be like, yeah, fuck that guy. Especially like the alt-right neighbor and other people that hated his guts, like the barista guy. There'd be all sorts of people who would be on her side about that, but whatever. So yeah, her killing herself over that, ridiculous. Okay, so the cops question Bill Moseley's bum character here, and they question him about the blood that he drank, but not the assault he just did on the homosexual. Yeah, fucking right. So he breaks a bottle over a homosexual dude's head, which would be considered a hate crime, by the way. Not an hour 3 or 4 before that. And then he is at the scene of a possible homicide where there's enough blood there to probably consider it a homicide. Because there needs to be a certain amount of blood. I don't know how much blood that is, but an entire fucking coffee container filled. And as soon as they figure out it's human and that it's the same person's, and especially once they figure out it's the barista's, oh yeah, it would definitely be considered a possible homicide. So for her to just be like, what'd you see? Okay, bye. Without even bringing up the assault. I guess they didn't know he did it, but did Angel not tell them who busted him over the head? That is all extremely unrealistic, like stupidly so. But, you know, with this show is extremely, extremely overly dramatic. And people's reactions to things and the way things go down seems like drama for drama's sake, and you have to just accept what you're seeing on the screen. It's almost a little too much, honestly, but I'm still enjoying the show because there's a lot of cool deaths, and I'm very curious on who the killer is at this point. And I'm only 3 episodes in of the 5. All right, so Violet's posting controversial shit for recognition. This kid, I always talk about this in movies where somebody bullies somebody. I remember I was talking about this on my Halloween 4 review when that kid is giving Jamie Lloyd shit. Kids are giving Jamie Lloyd shit for having a dead mother. Like, I'm sure it happens, but seriously, a kid making fun of a person for their mother burning themselves to death. So, because you could argue, oh, well, people were just pissed at her for what she said, but then she kills herself and people are going to make light of that, much like she did, so they're hypocrites as well. And I get that this kid's a shithead, but everyone in the class being totally fine with that, and the kid just getting sent to the principal's office or whatever the fuck it was, and he wasn't even suspended or anything because he's there later, and then he then again, it's fucking ridiculous. Anyway, all right. And then, so yeah, he's getting blown in the hallway, and this girl comes around the corner with her kid and is just like, what are you doing? And then another person comes, the teacher chick comes around the corner and is all, I guess, sexually aroused by it. But yeah, he would get lit up. Call the police. That's public indecency, public exposure, and that 100% you would get arrested for that and get a citation. And this guy would have been kicked out of the building. So for them not even to report this, or who knows, it's ridiculous. If you saw a guy getting blown in your hallway, especially like a mother with her kid walking around the corner, she would have beat the shit out of him. And then the teacher then decides to go. She's new to the area. She's new to this apartment complex, and she decides to go and hit on the guy who is getting blown by another dude in the hallway who is high as fuck. And I get that they're trying to show us that she's, kinky and promiscuous and pretty into sex. And she goes after him in the laundry room, and he rejects her because he's like, I don't need your fucking help. I guess that's the way she was going, but I saw that as a come on. She was clearly into him. And of course he lashed out against her. And then Amy, the barista's girlfriend, I guess, she doesn't very much seem concerned that a whole pitcher of blood was found there and he's missing. She just does not look that that concerned about it. And then the teacher's taken, and she's given an autopsy while fully awake. And no fucking way. No way you could stay conscious during that. You might be able to stay alive for a little bit, but conscious, I don't know, maybe. But man, they show it like it's supposed to be a clue that the person can properly dissect somebody. So that would point towards the friend of Sadia, because she passed her dissection class faster than anybody else. She like popped it apart, pulled all the organs out, and then it was done in that very same room. To the very same teacher. I think it's the same teacher, right? It doesn't matter. But I think that's what we're led to believe. I don't buy that, but there is a clue, I suppose. As far as any closer to a killer, no fucking clue. Because every time they do a flashback, if, the druid from before is the same druid here, then, a lot of these people cannot be. So I don't know. Is there 2 killers? Is it the same killer? Is it a copycat? If it is a copycat, then it opens it up to a whole realm of possibilities. So I don't know. I said the mom before of whose fucking mom? The girls whose dad's was killed, the bald guy. Her, but I haven't seen her in a couple episodes now, so probably not. I don't know what the fuck. All right, let's move on.